What's up, gentlemen? So welcome back to the next installment of the Should Men video series here on the Alpha M YouTube channel. Today's question is, should a man tell his girlfriend or wife that he cheated on her, even if he didn't get caught yet? I am not in any way, shape, or form advocating you go out and mess around. I honestly feel like if that is something that you need to do, want to do, have done, there's something fundamentally wrong with your relationship or you that you got to figure out. But going behind somebody's back that trusts you, that loves you, and doing something like that is one of the worst, most self-destructive and selfish things you could possibly do. That being said, I've done it before. I have definitely cheated on some of my ex-girlfriends for various reasons. The main one is that I was looking and seeking validation. The other reason is that I was drinking, right? And for me, it always happened around alcohol or being in certain situations or with certain people. And so the one rule and thing that I live by now is if you don't put yourself in those potentially negative situations where it could potentially happen, or you don't open yourself up to people flirting and engaging in that manner, you're not going to cheat, right? But if you're somebody that's going out all the time, getting drunk, drinking, hanging out with a bunch of single people, you know, it is a potential risk and recipe for disaster. So if it happens, what do you do? Knowing that if you tell them, even if you don't get caught, you are immediately going to lose all respect. You are going to lose all trust. And that's the thing that you can never, ever, ever get back if the person that you're with knows or finds out that you actually did cheat on them. Even if they don't break up with you, even if they say they forgive you, they will never, ever, ever trust you again. They also are probably going to start snooping. They're probably not going to be okay with you going and hanging out with your friends. And they're definitely going to question any female that you interact with. So just know, if you tell them, if it comes out that you did, you're doomed in terms of trust. And your relationship, honestly, at that point is kind of, for all intents and purposes, over. But what are some of the upsides? The upsides to admitting it is that you get it off of your chest, right? You don't carry this weight around, because when you cheat, you're always worried that it's going to come out. You're always worried that they're going to find out some way, right? And this does definitely affect you as a person, as a man, and as somebody in a committed relationship. But if it never does come out, are you cool? Are you able to compartmentalize it? And as a dude, are you able to be like, you know what? It just happened once. It was a mistake. I was drunk. I was out of town. It was this one situation. It's never, ever, ever going to happen again. If that's the case, and it really isn't, and you really honestly feel bad about it, because here's the other reality, is that you feel bad about it the next morning. Everybody feels bad right after, right? Oh, I feel so bad. You feel guilty. It's horrible, right? But do you do it again? If you do it again and that guilt kind of goes away, did you really not mean it? Or was it accidental? Or did you fuck up just one time? If you do it again, the answer is no. And in that situation, I wouldn't necessarily tell her or the person that you're with that you cheated. I would break up with them. I would say, you know what? This isn't working. And they're going to say, but why? And then you got to deal with that. But telling somebody that you fucked around on them is going to do a few things. It may make you feel better because you got it off your chest, but it's going to make them feel horrible about themselves. It's, in my opinion, more devastating to hear that somebody cheated on you than to actually lose a relationship and break up with somebody. You know, you can break up, you can talk. If you guys end up getting back together, that's fine. But if you didn't mean it, and what I mean by that is if it was truly a once and done type of thing, it was you fucked up, you won't do it again, and you don't do it again, I would keep it between you and that person. If you're confronted, admit it, right? Because the person knows. If the person finds out and they confront you, don't lie at that point. At that point, I would come clean. I would say, yes, I'm sorry, I did, it was a mistake, whatever. Like, say whatever you want to say. But if you get caught, don't bullshit. Don't lie about it, because they're going to find out, they're going to snoop, eventually they're going to wear you down. And even if you don't admit it, they're never going to trust you. If you get caught, admit it, come clean, and then deal with the situation. What I would not do is try to hold on to that relationship as tightly as you possibly can because you feel bad, right? Because if you're somebody that is notorious or consistently cheating on somebody or has done it a few times, it's not going to be the last, and it's going to perpetuate. It's better for you to do the manly thing and just say, you know what, this isn't working. It's time for me to be by myself and figure myself out. And if that means you going out and banging as many chicks as you want, do it. Just be careful. but don't drag somebody else through it. Don't lie to somebody that you love or that loves you, because people that are in love don't cheat on each other. You know, fucking up one time, I can see how it would happen, right? If you put yourself in those situations, chances are it could and it will. If you open yourself up to the flirting, it will. If you don't put yourself in those situations, it's not going to, and you don't have anything to worry about. Guys, the last thing I'd just like to say is cheating is not okay in any scenario, any situation. I do not advocate it. I do not say that it's cool, but I know that it does happen. I know because I've been there, right? And the one thing I'd like to leave you with is basically opening it up to you. What do you think? Down below, let me know. Do you tell the significant other if you cheated? Do you tell them, even if they don't know, even if they will never, ever, ever find out? What do you do? If it's a one-time thing, do you tell them, or do you just kind of keep it to yourself? It's your little secret. I want to know. I'm curious. I gave you my opinion, but I want to know yours. Down below, let me know.